Today, I am going to ruin Wrestlemania. You're like, too late, Triple H already beat you to it. Come on. Even if the builds have been a little lackluster, when we get there and sit down for our 2 nights of wrestling extravaganzas, we're going to enjoy ourselves. The matches on paper are at least good. However, this video, the purpose is to ruin even the matches, because sometimes you just want to watch the world burn. Oh, and for the record, I don't want any of these things to happen. Every booking idea that I have, I don't want to happen. However, I've made it plausible that they could happen, that it's realistic that this could happen, even though I would hate it if it did. So let's start off with Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This low-key match actually makes probably the most sense of almost every match on the card. I think we all agree that Drew McIntyre should have had a bigger, more prominent role. No shade to Damian Priest, but Drew McIntyre carried WWE on his back for a while last year, and I figured we would have rewarded him. We didn't, and now he's making the best out of a bad situation, and it has turned the Damian Priest feud into something actually pretty decent. And what if? How we can ruin this is if we just have Damian Priest roll him up.
Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3.
Over the top. Jackknife covered by Rollins now. Shoulders are down. Oh! And instead it's a roll-up. It's a counter roll-up. And now Priest rolling up McIntyre. And he got it.
Roll him up. Just roll him up. If Drew McIntyre loses by a roll up, I swear that I will go on Twitter and I'll tweet something. I'll all caps. If he gets rolled up again, that would totally, I would die. My face would melt. And bonus points if last year he won the World Championship, right? Damian Priest won the championship from Drew McIntyre, the World Championship. So bonus points if Damian Priest rolls him up in under like 5 minutes, because they keep making fun of Drew McIntyre for only having like a 5-minute and 40-second title reign. Yeah, so I would hate that. That would totally kill everything for me. However, what I wouldn't hate is if you commented below, because if you comment below, you can win this World Heavyweight Championship. It is a replica, not a toy. Already gave away 2 on this channel. All you got to do to win it, I'm not even joking, this is like literally a contest I'm holding. All you got to do to win it is comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification. And if you're so kind, give a thumbs up. That would definitely not ruin the video. A thumbs up would not ruin the video at all. I am trying to quit my day job, go full-time, produce wrestling content all the time. We're in year 2 now, so help me get there, and you can win a belt in the process. Next match, we're going to talk Jey Uso Gunther match. How will I ruin that? Because it just got back on track with Gunther totally mauling Jimmy Uso, just covered in his blood. And Jey Uso just helpless, zip-tied / handcuffed to the ring, trying to aid his big bro, Big Jim, to no avail. And Gunther he looked like a polar bear just got done eating a seal at the North Pole. And like, don't sleep on polar bears. We think that they're all happy with drinking the Coke. They're vicious creatures, and when they eat, blood everywhere. What am I talking about? But yeah, how do we ruin Gunther versus Jey now that it's back on track? Easy. All you gotta do is have Jimmy Uso come for the save. He's coming to help little bro, and just when we think all is right in the world,
Oh, that kick caught him.
Super kick. Jey Uso goes down. That's right, Jimmy Uso turns on Jey, and we once again got brother versus brother, and Gunther wins. Whether you want Gunther to win or lose, don't matter. If Jimmy Uso turns on Jey right here, well, that's gonna suck. That's gonna kill it. That's gonna kill everything, and that would ruin the entire match and totally destroy the angle with Gunther destroying Jimmy.
And I'll come get you.
Oh, goodness. And I'll come get you.
I still don't know how that spear was even possible. I don't know how a human can do that. I don't know how the laws of physics allowed it. However, if we want to ruin the Fatal 4-Way, the first way we can ruin it is just don't let Braun Breaker spear anybody, because holy crap, if I don't see Braun Breaker literally break everybody in half, that'll ruin it for me, but I got a real one. Okay, so the real way to ruin this Fatal 4-Way, we got Braun versus Penta versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. And in this situation, guess what? We have a great matchup. Everybody's fighting, and then, do you guys watch NXT?
Where are they? Booker to your right. Dark State. Tricky circle. Contained.
The Dark State comes out and just destroys everyone to the point that nobody can continue no contest because of just a complete beatdown. Have a faction coming out to trying to make a name for themselves, trying to cause chaos, part of their mission statement, and they just obliterate everyone. That would suck, because Fatal 4-Ways are not supposed to really be, they're supposed to not really have DQ finishes. And the thought process would be, hey, look, we're putting over the Dark State, a bunch of up-and-comers, just like we did with the Nexus. You don't do it at WrestleMania. You just don't do it at WrestleMania. That's for a Raw or a SmackDown. And so if you did it here, it would suck. It would just suck, because all the storylines building to it, and then it's just out of nowhere the Dark State comes. It's like, and plus they're on NXT, so a large portion of the audience wouldn't even know who they are. War Raiders versus New Day. This is not an official match, but let's say we have it, because it does look like we're headed in that direction.
Your boys, the New Day, are going to walk out of WrestleMania your new WWE World Tag Team Champions.
And for this match, we have the War Raiders win. Clean. That's it. That would ruin it, because the War Raiders are so dull and boring that why would we throw away the New Day heel turn that was so amazing and awesome from December and not give them the championship? So straight up, just a War Raider win would ruin this match. That is the bad booking. A clean win from the War Raiders. Let's do the other tag team match. This is gonna be like a Fatal 5-Way, or no, it's gonna be like a ladder match, and you're gonna have like Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and Largaza, El Gato del Fantasma. It's a ladder match, so we have this awesome, crazy, amazing ladder match, and everybody's down, and that's when The Miz and Mello run in. Now, I hope Mello gets a spot on the card, but not like this. If everybody's down, and then Mello don't Miz come running out, scamper up the ladder, and just pull the belts down, and they run up and say, haha, we got it. Now, whether it's official or it's not official, that would suck, because you would have this awesome, amazing, like 20-minute match of everybody putting their bodies on the line just for Mello and Miz to come out. Like, again, I love Mello, I even love The Miz, but that would just suck. That would just be horrible. It'd be like when
Ali's got the briefcase in hand. What the hell? He's just dumped Ali. How the hell is Lesnar in the match? Lesnar has won.
Brock Lesnar came out after a very hectic Money in the Bank, and he gets to be in the match for like 30 seconds. Yeah, I really liked, beatbox Brock Lesnar. It was funny to watch him dance, but like, we didn't need it then, and we don't need this now. Naomi versus Jade.
Jaded.
It's a squash match. Jade beats Naomi in about 15 seconds, kind of like when Sheamus beat what's his name, Daniel Bryan.
A good luck kiss from AJ to Daniel Bryan. Oh man, a brogue kick by Sheamus, a hook of the leg.
At WrestleMania, what was it, 28 or 29? Yeah, it's just a squash match, and that won't fly. I am not a Jade Cargill hater like some people, a lot of people even right now. I actually really, really like her, but but Naomi is doing the best work of her career. I'm okay if Jade wins. I want Naomi to win, but I understand the booking if Jade wins. However, if it's a squash match, I'll call bloody murder, because Naomi is doing such good work after 13 years of not being able to be a solo act that is going to just shine properly. You can't just kill all that momentum. If you're going to let Jade win, which I understand, you gotta give a competitive match. Naomi needs to showcase her ability here. She needs to be able to show up and show out. So maybe like 3 or 4 months down the road, we can have a main event Naomi in the main picture. So I don't think a loss to Jade will kill her, but a squash match loss to Jade would. So please do not squash Naomi. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. So we have face AJ versus heel Logan Paul. What if they try to do a double turn? And when I say double turn, I mean AJ Styles will turn into a heel and Logan Paul will turn into a face. WWE has tried to make Logan Paul a face in the past.
Shut up! All you do is talk. You know, Miz, I always knew that you had tiny balls.
But it doesn't work because everybody just wants to boo him out of the building, which I'm fine with. We need to be able to boo Logan Paul out of the building. But what if they try it? What if they're like, oh man, AJ is such a good heel and we can make a lot more money off of a face Logan Paul, and they try to do the double turn. The double turn is hard enough. You know, they had Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They did it at WrestleMania 13, and that is actually going to be an immortal moment at the Hall of Fame. So my fear is like they try to recreate it here, and it would totally fail. Just let the fans boo Logan Paul. He has a punchable face, a punchable personality. It's like nobody wants to cheer the dude. And heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if the wife is even booing Logan Paul when she's watching. So let's leave AJ the face in this scenario, Logan Paul the heel. We don't need to be doing anything crazy. Let this just be a really good match. Next up, Goldberg. Goldberg is not scheduled for WrestleMania, but if they do schedule him, he'll just ruin WrestleMania. Let's just keep Goldberg completely away. We don't need to. If he does show up, don't pan to him. Just his presence alone will bring WrestleMania down from a 10-star to a 4-star. We don't need him on camera at all. Now we go to Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair. Holy crap, these two, this might get messy. This of all the Mania matches, this is like, it's like, ironically, it went from one of the least interesting to most interesting for all the wrong reasons.
It doesn't matter if you win 100. What's the matter, Charlotte? They've been going off script and going, sinking their teeth into each other on SmackDown, and it's like an episode of Jerry Springer. And they are just it's getting worse and worse, and even Charlotte Flair, the queen, was so rattled that she even gave up mid-promo. Oh no, I'm sorry, they're booing so loud. What would you guys, what would you like me to say?
It was a receipt from Tiffany because Charlotte completely destroyed her like 2 weeks prior, and then so Tiffany was prepared and went off script and destroyed Charlotte with the help of the Chicago crowd. But I'm just like, whoo, this could be messy. This could be bad. And I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but now this is going to be my guilty pleasure match of WWE WrestleMania 41. And how can we ruin it though? With Tiffany and Charlotte, when it was all said and done, Tiffany basically mic dropped, started walking out, and after she had said that you're 0-3 in marriages and you're going to die alone, basically, ouch, Charlotte is like,
Woo! Hey, Tiffany!
and that's how we're gonna ruin it. Kaiser comes out to help his real-life girlfriend and then turns on her, and boom, Charlotte Flair wins, and now we have a storyline where Kaiser and Charlotte are together. Now we go to Rey Mysterio versus...
He is an icon. He is a trailblazer.
El Grande Americano. First off, I think it sucks that for the second year in a row, Chad Gable is being left off of WrestleMania. Last year, he had a built-in storyline with Gunther, and this year, it seems like he has a built-in storyline with Rey Mysterio. I do think Grande Americano is a good substitute, but I don't know. We have a bunch of triple threats. Why can't we just do one more? Chad, Americano, and Rey Mysterio. Either way, this is the match we got, and I think it's gonna be great. I'm very happy that Americano, like 2 matches into WWE, and he's already on WrestleMania, so good for him. But how could we ruin it? You know, what if this would ruin it? Here we go. Rey Mysterio takes the mask off Americano, because that would be so disrespectful. Here Rey is, because it would make Rey a hypocrite. We have Rey Mysterio saying how much he honors luchador tradition, for him to then just go and rip the mask off of Americano. A living legend like Americano, that would kill it. That would ruin everything. Now, I wouldn't mind a mask versus mask match eventually, maybe SummerSlam even, because that has to be like a blood feud with luchadors. But if Rey just goes and does it on his own volition, that's like a total heel move and not cool. I wouldn't like that, because then it's like, is Rey suddenly a heel? You know, so yeah, just rip the mask off Americano, ruined. All of WrestleMania even. Now we go to LA Knight, yeah, and Jacob Fatu. This is should be Jacob Fatu's his crowning achievement, going to the next level. We could have just Braun Strowman come out and just beat up everybody, leading to another Jacob match. Or I asked Daniel Pabu, who's been helping on the Twitter. Go follow Twitter, by the way. He said he gave me the idea of LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. They're fighting, they're brawling all over the arena, and it's like, yeah, there's just referee giving them leeway, and at some point,
Goes right after Nakamura, and I believe Nakamura just hit him with a mist.
Shinsuke pop up out of nowhere, and like in a box or a crate, and then he just spits mist into LA Knight's face, and LA Knight, falls to the ground. Jacob Fatu, he gets back in the ring. He doesn't know where LA Knight is, and Jacob wins by count out. Yippee-ki-yay, a count out. And again, just like we don't want to see Braun and Jacob Fatu anymore, we kind of don't want to see Shinsuke and LA Knight anymore either. We just want Jacob to win, but he wins by count out. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are going to have a match at WrestleMania, apparently, and they're throwing together a gauntlet match on SmackDown, and I considered waiting to after SmackDown to post this so I would know the full match, but it doesn't really matter. The way to ruin this match right now, for one, it's such a nothing build, especially because Liv has been holding it down, putting the women's division on her back. It's almost a crime that they're doing this, but like whatever, at least she's going to be on the card. So how do we ruin it? No matter who her opponents are, all we have to do to ruin this match is have her and Raquel Rodriguez, they break up somehow, and yeah. Now, the thought process could be they break up and Liv goes be a face, which is kind of cool, but honestly, let's not do that right now. The tag team division, they are going to need Liv and Raquel, and they're going to need them to be heels because Liv is just doing such a good job. And Raquel's finally coming into her own as well, so I'd hate for them to break it up just as they're about to become maybe one of the best women's tag teams of all time. Triple threat, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. The triple threat, so how do we ruin it? Well, let's ruin it by making everybody mad. Everybody mad. No disrespect to Io. So a lot of times people think that I'm being disrespectful to Io when I'm not. But if you look at how the feud is progressing, keep overlooking Io, even pie-facing her until Io crashes out and drop kicks them or something.
And Io Sky now with a missile drop kick.
And, well, what we do here is we do a double pin. A double pin on Io. So that means we have both Rhea and Bianca pin Io at the same time. And that would mean Io loses the belt. But Bianca and Rhea are like, hey, I pinned her. No, I pinned her. That belt's mine. No, that belt's mine. No, this is like triple, quadruple suck because one, it's disrespectful for Io to get pinned by two people. Two, the championship is still like, there's a question mark that hangs over it. Three, Bianca Belair has like a 4-0 WrestleMania record. So like, technically, it would continue because she got the pin, but technically it wouldn't because did she win? So it would almost be like if she went on and got like, she went 15-0 at WrestleMania, there'd be an asterisk by this match right here. And you'd always have to kind of explain, well, she kind of won, but she kind of didn't. And yeah, no, either, no asterisks. Let's let her win or lose. Hopefully win, but yeah, so a double pin on Io, it would just, I don't think it would make anybody happy. Nobody. Okay, so now we got Randy Orton. Randy Orton was supposed to have a match with KO Kevin Owens, and now he doesn't. So what do we do with Randy? How can we ruin Randy's WrestleMania? I'm going to be honest with you, and I mean no disrespect, but there's a part of me that is wondering if KO is working everybody, because KO is a character that, like, he will wait till the cameras go off the air before he attacks. You know, he attacked Cody Rhodes in a parking lot where social media was the way that everybody found out. So it's like, what if KO is playing everybody? And because he is a character that you don't know what's real and what's scripted. He has a neck injury, and what is he known for? His character known for? Pile driving people, giving them neck injuries. So I don't know. There's a part of me, I really hope it is all a work. And if it was a work, that would be so amazing. And I mean, absolutely no disrespect whatsoever. And if it's not a work, I do wish him the best and speedy recovery. And so again, no disrespect meant. So if we did get Kevin and Randy Orton, I'd actually have Sami Zayn come out, and he would, just as Randy was about to punt kick Kevin Owens, you would have Sami hold Randy's leg, and that would cause the distraction long enough for Kevin Owens to get the advantage, and it would be Kevin Owens who then punt kicks Randy Orton. That would be kind of good, but I feel like it's WrestleMania, so the big payoff to this whole storyline was Randy Orton's punt kick. So I would feel like if we don't get that, that would kind of just be a real letdown and downer. But if he is injured, Randy Orton still needs an opponent. So who would it be? Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I have done a video already on 15 opponents that Randy Orton could feasibly feud with, that the storyline is already in place. And I actually forgot two people. At one point I said we just have a mystery opponent. Nick Aldis he's mad at Randy, but he doesn't put himself in. He's like, I'm going to get you a mystery opponent. And I had it as Matt Riddle, but now we could do Aleister Black or Rusev, because WrestleMania happens to fall on Rusev Day. We could do either of those two as a mystery opponent for Randy Orton. But instead, we choose the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And that's where wrestlers who should have a match but don't.
Bobby Lashley wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Go on to win the giant trophy that pretty much means nothing. So yeah, Randy Orton becomes the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner of this year. Now we're at Roman, Punk, Seth. This one, oh God, this would suck. This would actually maybe even happen at the pre-show. And there's like breaking news or something, and they say that Punk and Seth and Roman is going on first. They say they're going on first, or maybe even in the middle of the show, something like that happens, and Punk would be irate, and he's like, what's going on? And then they find out that The Rock, the final boss, got involved. He did not like when Punk crashed out on him after Elimination Chamber.
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud. I would love to say all of this
to your face, but you have not graced us with your presence.
So he used his stroke to get rid of that clause that Punk was going to end night one and main event. So it's like, because at the end of the day, who has more power? Paul Heyman or The Rock? And so The Rock literally kills it. And we will probably have then Jey and Gunther, they main event, but back to the Punk situation, it would just, like, the match would still be good. Nothing would change really in the match other than you'd get a more visible, angry CM Punk, but it would just kill the storyline of CM Punk wanting that main event. Now, granted, it would allow the storyline to continue, but to do it in this way would be a huge slap in the face because of the segment we got recently on SmackDown where CM Punk gets all emotional for it, and it was just like a centerpiece of everything. So for them to do a swerve and he just doesn't get it on the night of WrestleMania, it just wouldn't be fair to the fans. It really wouldn't. And finally, we are at John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I think there's going to be a lot of interference in here. There's talk of Stone Cold Steve Austin making an appearance. Don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't matter because my bad booking of this scenario is we'll have John Cena win, okay? John Cena's gonna win. That's not the bad booking part. John Cena wins the title. Yay, right? Now he has it. He's gonna hold it hostage and everything is all doom and gloom. The Rock, he comes out to congratulate John Cena, but then John Cena says, I didn't do this for you, Rock. I never sold my soul. And then The Rock takes off his glasses, and the two of them, they're eyeballing each other. They're about to go at it. And John Cena says, you want to do thrice in a lifetime right now? Thrice in a lifetime? Because they've already fought twice. And it's like, okay, let's go. Ring the bell. The Rock says, ring the bell. This is official. This is for the Undisputed Championship. And then the bell rings. They're circling each other. This is a moment. They stare at each other. John Cena versus The Rock. And then The Rock, finger poke of doom.
What was that about?
If you don't know what that is the finger poke of doom that destroyed WCW, or one of the things. So The Rock just pokes John Cena. John Cena falls down, right? He just falls down, and then The Rock does the most lazy people's elbow of all time, covers John Cena. You can tell John Cena's just laying there, and 1, 2, 3. John Cena instantly gets to his feet. The Rock instantly gets to his feet. They hug. They celebrate. The Rock is now your undisputed champion. And that's how we close out WrestleMania 41 with the most horrible booking of all time, thus making this the worst WrestleMania of all time, because holy crap, if any of those happen, I would hate it. And so that there it is, boys and girls. Can you book a worse finish than I did? Please, if you can, comment it below. I'd appreciate it. Again, remember, I don't want any of these things to happen, all right? People always forget that when I read the comment. They're like, how that would be such a stupid idea. Yes, these are all stupid ideas. And yet they're all plausible. So be careful. Be careful out there. We might be in for some bad booking at WrestleMania 41. Boys, girls, have yourselves a great day.